What's going on? Welcome back to Fearless Mechanics. Alright, so today for our little project, I want to see and test both cars from 0 to 60. This is going to prove time. It's going to calculate some type of horsepower. You can, relate from time to how much horsepower you're getting, to how much torque is behind all the wheels and everything. So today I want to see how fast my car can go in seconds, not minutes, from 0 to 60. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it.
Let's get in there.
Alright.
And by the way, these cars are a 05 G35 and a 2006 Toyota Corolla LE. Let's get in the G. Let's start out with the good one.
Yeah, let's start off good. Alright. As you see, starts up perfectly fine.
And we have our timer right here.
I wish I had a timer up here, but that's all for later. Alright.
And for everyone out there who's going to hassle him now, no, he does not wear a seatbelt. I do, though. The cameraman wears a seatbelt because I need to get all the footage. So we're on the move. We are getting out of the neighborhood right now so we can get on the main road and do a 0 to 60 test.
Now this car is bone stock except for a couple of upgrades, which is cold air intake from Spectre and a mid-pipe from Megan Racing. I've done this in my, I had a 2004 Infiniti G35. I've done this before. I've got up to 7 seconds. Trying to see if I can do a little better in the 05. Of course, I'm believing I can. But that would all depend on traffic and how fast I can go 0 to 60. Probably going to use the expressway since everybody's going 70. Make a U-turn at the next exit and then come back.
That's how we're going to do it, folks. Now, on top of that, I will try to get the best reading on this dash and the 0 to 60 reading on this as best as I can, considering we don't have that much equipment right now. We just have the one camera, and we just need to go out and get more equipment. We're not like the rest of the YouTubers out there who have shitloads of stuff and can do a whole bunch of shit like that. Now, as much as I want to use my phone right now to do some other stuff, I have to use that for this time test. Now, in later videos, I may, end up using my phone, also the camera that we're on right now, to do some more stuff. But right now, we're very limited on equipment, and we're doing the best we can.
I'm trying to make my car as quiet as possible so y'all can hear us talk between what we're doing, so you can get the knowledge and perspective of why we're doing this, and pretty much like the backstory behind all of this is because we're fans of imports. We love anything dealing with Nissan, Toyota. I mean, sometimes we'll mess with around Acura's and Hondas, but I mean, we're not really into, I'm not gonna say Ricey brand, but they're mainly put up for rice anyways. People with bad decisions make rice.
Watch out for the fuzz too, because they're around here.
Yeah, 50 don't worry me on the expressway going to 60. Don't worry me too much. That's why I'm doing this as safe as possible, going 0 to 60 on the expressway.
Now we can all see your face again. You were dark there for a minute, and of course we're doing this at night.
Less traffic.
Yeah, I know. We're always doing this. We're always doing stuff at night. We got to start doing stuff more during the day. Maybe if we start getting more views and everything, we'll be able to start being able to do this more during the day. Huh. Oh, you have a motorcycle up your butt.
Yeah. I can always do that. Shuts them up. Probably not.
Alright, let's not make clickbait, okay?
Yeah. Motorcycle goes up your butt.
Oh, yeah. Motorcycle up her butt.
But for right now, I'm gonna leave everything stock. Like I said, cold air intake, have a Megan Racing mid pipe. I mean, it's,
okay. Well, besides the Megan Racing pipe and the cold air intake, essentially this whole vehicle is stock. There's not a darn thing on this thing that is aftermarket in any ways besides those two things. Besides that,
and the rims, which is 19s, they don't really set off the speed of the car. It just some people do say when you have bigger tires, it sets a little bit of the speed off. That is true, but in some perspective, if you think about like trucks and everything, they do go slower due to aerodynamics. They're a bigger truck, bigger wide of space that needs to be performed through air. So with a smaller car, I don't believe that having 19-inch rims will do anything for the speed, making it slower or making it faster. It does sometimes enhance, if you have smaller rims, enhance the aerodynamics for the car because it'll give it a lower ride to the ground. But since mine's on 19s, it's giving it like maybe a 3 or 4 inch raise off the ground.
all right.
Other than that, I mean, I don't really think that it's gonna hurt it too much.
All right, guys, we're getting to the main event here. We're just about to get on the interstate and do a 0 to 60. Let me get the phone back up and running again.
What I'm gonna do is, there's cars behind me. I am going to pull over. I'll wait till I get to the end so we can merge in, so I can do exactly 0 to 60. Because I don't want to be rolling from 20 to 30, from 40 all the way to 60. It's going to make the time,
as you guys can see,
differ.
Slowing down. And we do have the hazards on. We're at least somewhat safe about doing something like this.
Now, I'm not necessarily going to floor it. All right, get your phone ready. All right,
ready.
And start. Pause. Didn't pause quick enough.
Guys, that is the time of what it's saying, although I was about a second late on the pause because this car threw me into the seat like a son of a gun. But that is what we were looking at, is probably around the 7-second range.
Now that's just coming bone stock 0 to 60. When I first bought the car, people has told me that it's not going to do it 7 seconds, it's not going to do it in 10 seconds. I mean, coming bone stock, not even a stick shift, this is an automatic. Coming bone stock, 7 seconds 0 to 60 is not bad. I should be around the 5-second range. That's where I want to be in 0 to 60, around 5:30, 5:40. That's going to give my quarter mile time. Let me raise up the window. That's going to give me a quarter mile of time of maybe around 10, 11 for a fourth of a mile. That shouldn't be too much of a hassle comparing to, I barely even got 280 horses with this car. So going around maybe, say, 5 seconds for 60, I probably need to increase a matter of probably 40 to 50 horses. So that means boring out the engine, stuff like that, but I'm not ready to do that just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the next exit, get off, and do the 0 to 60 one more time with this car. If my cameraman can hold up pretty much in the seat.
I'll do my best.
All right. You got anything to say?
Hopefully I do better next time.
Coming up on the next exit. I hate that the exits are so far away. They're almost like 2 miles per exit. Usually I like it within a mile. Next exit, next exit, next exit. But I mean, you know, expressways won't do that.
clarify, this is an automatic. And
Here's neutral.
Just making sure, because every time we see a video like this, someone always has a stick shift. And on top of that, to clarify even further, we're not even putting it in sport mode. It's staying in just drive. That's it.
Sport mode doesn't actually work on this car just yet. It's dealing with the shifter assembly, which in a future video I will be posting how to replace the shifter assembly. I know there's not a lot of videos online about this, and if there is, comment below and tell me about them, because the videos that I have watched is only showing the before and after. They're not showing the during process, and that's what I'm going to be showing everybody that watches Fearless Mechanics. We're going to do the down, deep, and dirty.
Oh, Mr. Fearless Mechanic, why don't you tell them how much you got the car for?
Awesome. One little backstory about this car. I got this car after I totaled my 04. It guy ran me off the road. I totaled my baby. I loved it. I flipped it. Long story short, I sold the car for $1,000. That was after I bought this one. 3 days after the accident, I bought this for $1,600. Now, given the amount of problems that this car had, but when I got it, it was shaking at 60. I mean, it had the death wobble. The interior was not in good condition like it is now. There was a lot of stuff missing.
And also, this one came fully loaded versus his other one, which was not fully loaded.
Correct. My other one did not have navigation. It was an 04, so it was a downgraded version. It didn't have all these upgrades. It still had the tape player. This one, in my decision, I got a better car for less money. My other one, I spent technically $3,800 on. It was still an automatic. But that's a later story. That's when I'll rant about something else. For right now, we're doing the 0 to 60 and the G35. So stick to the line, and I'm going to stay with my car for right now.
Now I have you guys at a better angle, and I can watch the clock as you guys are watching the dash. Unless, actually, if it makes it better. Hold on, let me back the camera out. Like I said, guys, I'm only working with limited shit here. Oh, excuse my language. If you guys want, what would you rather, Bobby? Do you want them to watch the dash, or do you want them to watch the clock?
I mean, they can always see the clock afterwards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the camera up to the dash.
Okay.
So y'all can see real time.
We're going to pull over on the side here.
Yep. This is going to be 0 to 60. I'm going to show you go all the way to 0.
Make sure there's nobody behind you.
Nobody's coming.
Ready to go.
And start. Pause. So we have a total time of 8 seconds.
8.26 seconds.
I mean, it's not as fast as my other one was, but I mean, it's close enough. I don't have a lot of back pressure due to just having a mid-pipe and no muffler on it. So that will increase in the future. I'm just wanting to get back data on, you know, on the car, so I know where I started and where I ended. It's always good to have back data, you know, so you can see what to improve on, what needs to be improved, and what can you improve. So, I mean, here at Fearless Mechanics, we're going to do stuff from the beginning to the end. We're not going to stop in the middle and say, no, this is too hard of a project. When we start a project, we're going to start it and we're going to finish it. And I don't care about a time limit. I know that, you know, anybody who might be watching will probably watch till the end because they probably want to see the finished product. Or they're probably trying to replace it themselves. So, I mean, I'm all about helping people dealing with cars. So, I mean, if you got any questions, got anything you want to put forth to the channel, go ahead, you know, let us know. We'll try to get back to anybody who ask us any type of questions or anything about it. But for 8 seconds for this car, I will say that
that's not bad for 1,600 bucks.
It's not bad, but I was really hoping around like $775. That's what I was hoping for. That's where my last car was at.
Well, there's always room for improvement, right?
There is always room for improvement. I mean, this car is an 05. It has 140-something thousand miles on it. I mean, so there is a little things here and there that I do need to improve on. But I mean, altogether, this car is fully stable as a G35. I mean, for $1,600, I don't think you can get any better with a G35. So I would do a 0 to 100. That might be in the future. That might take maybe up to 15 seconds. But I mean, it is 0 to 100. That is what a stock G and a stock 350Z will do in a quarter mile. So 0 to 100 might sound a little out of range right now for me, but that will be in the future. Now we are heading back to his house so we can jump into the Toyota and get it the 0 to 60 so we can have some type of data to go on from when we began to when we're going to end. So with the data, we're going to compare for both cars, and we're going to see how much of a horsepower difference it is, and see what we can improve on both cars. Because I mean, both cars, in my opinion, need improving 100%. So I mean, from my point of view, I mean, for right now, 8 seconds is not a bad idea for me. That's something to improve on. I'm looking forward to, you know, getting it back down to 7. I'm looking forward to that 5 seconds is where I want to be at 0 to 60. I mean, I probably won't ever get there, but I mean, you always can hope, right? You always got to look something, you know, always have something to look forward to while you're doing something. I mean, you always want to see finished product, and that's what I aim for. You know, I aim start to finish. When I first started this car, when I first started imports, I've had a long range of cars. One of the worst cars I ever had to try to work on was a 2006 Mitsubishi Eclipse. The engine blew in it, and God, I had to change the whole, you know, engine and everything out in it, and that was a long process. But for right now, we're gonna pause the video, and we're gonna get back to you when we get to the Toyota.